This video brings up topics that just might offend you. Michelle, the Pumpkin Queen, Yoshi, or the channel as a whole is not responsible if you get triggered. Please proceed with caution. Hello and welcome to Halloween month on this channel. I am your host, the Pumpkin Queen, and this is my co-host, Pumpkin Pup. And welcome to another episode of Does This Offend You? Sponsored by Spirit Halloween. If you want an outfit like this for your Halloween extravaganza, or to sit at home and be amazingly dark and fabulous in your living room like the Pumpkin Queen, click the link below. Spirit has a variety of new costumes that will have you looking spooky this holiday. The costume comes with a cape, which is great for dramatic effect, which comes up into a high collar. Click the link below and get spooky this holiday season. Yes, the Pumpkin Queen had to venture down here to the human world and be part of the first sponsorship on this channel. How can I not? I am the icon of Halloween in your world. You take my people, gut them, stick candles in their heads, and place them outside of your door as if they're some kind of decoration? Uncle Schmitty? You're sick! Anyway, we have an array of topics to speak about in today's video, and most of you know how to play the game, but let me explain. I tell you about a topic, and you tell me if you're offended or not. Very simple, so let's start. Oh, before that, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It's the least you could do for murdering my brothers and sisters. For fun. Plus, Pumpkin Pup gets 1 million treats once we hit 1 million subscribers, so do it! And let's get offended. Singer, rapper, songwriter, flutist, body positive activist praised by the Fat Liberation Clan has unfortunately lost 50 pounds and gone vegan and or plant-based. I'm not too sure, articles keep changing it. It doesn't matter, another group that slaughters my kind for their pure enjoyment. The singer revealed some of her recipes of her plant-based diet that she's been following in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
I made vegan franken beans and some vegan bacon, please. I made vegan bacon beans. I made vegan franken beans.
She states that in the morning she usually has a green smoothie, adding the likes of coconut water, kale, and frozen fruit. For lunch, she settles for a salad with some of her favorite veggies, and instead of her former favorite snack, Flaming Hot Cheetos, which is not good for her acid reflux, she says, the singer substitutes it with hummus. I dip that in the hummus, bada boom, bada snack. I know you humans love weight loss and health, and it is definitely something to congratulate someone losing 50 pounds and trying to get healthier. But then it gets a little messy. Like I said, Lizzo is quite large in the body positive community. So I'm sure many people were scratching their human noggin because Lizzo just said being fat is normal. Lizzo says body positivity has become too commercialized. She is ecstatic that body positivity has become such a large movement, but disappointed that the people that the term body positivity was created for are not benefiting from it. Oh, I understand now, Lizzo, and I agree. Body positivity was originally for people who had deformity, missing limbs, burn victims, etc., etc. Girls with back fat, girls with bellies that hang, girls with thighs that aren't separated, that overlap. Lizzo says it would be lazy for her just say I'm body positive, and that the next step was to normalize bigger bodies. Oh, Lizzo, obese bodies are very normalized. You humans love food and fat. As we can see in this chart here, obesity is quite prevalent where you live. I would like to be body normative. I want to normalize my body and not just be like, oh, look at this cool movement. Being fat is body positive. No. Being fat is normal. I think now I owe it to the people who started this to not just stop here. We have to make people uncomfortable again so that we can continue to change. Change is always uncomfortable, right? Yes, so is being obese. But don't you humans have some type of pandemic happening right now? What is it called? Someone remind me. Yes, a virus spreading like wildfire, and I could be wrong, but I think being obese doubled the risk of hospital treatment from the virus and increased the risk of dying by almost 50%. Anyway, does Lizzo losing weight offend you? Does Lizzo becoming a vegan offend you? Does Lizzo saying that we need to normalize obesity offend you? Next. Ellen has found herself in a lot of controversy this year. If you need a detailed video, you can click here or the link below. Ellen and many higher-ups of her staff, like producers, were accused of creating a hostile work environment for people of color, sexually harassing people with less power, and just being downright evil. Well, her show recently came back, and she decided to start her show with an apology.
If you're watching because you love me, thank you. If you're watching because you don't love me, welcome.
But she only apologized for her staff, not for her own actions.
I'm so happy to be back in the studio. There are a lot of things I want to talk about. I've been looking forward to addressing it all directly, and unfortunately, talking directly to people has been illegal for 6 months, so.
People were not happy about it. It was not up to their expectations. Throughout the apology, jokes left her lips.
This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear.
Does this human have an underwear line too? She does.
I have a virtual audience here instead. Here you all are. You look beautiful, and I'm sure you smell great. That's what I'm imagining anyway.
If you saw the first video that I was speaking of, you would know that Ellen is very sensitive when it comes to her nostrils, to the point where she forced people to chew gum before they spoke to her or entered her office. If she didn't like your perfume or just the musk coming from your body, she would force you to go home and shower your disgusting, filthy smell off. So my theory is that that was a little joke pointed to that accusation. People did not think the topic was a joking matter and evidently didn't find the apology to be genuine.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected.
So are you satisfied with Ellen's apology? Did her very unfunny jokes offend you? Tell me, amuse me in the comment section. You humans love to complain. Well, now it's your time. Oh, you human teenagers and your challenges. First we had the Tide Pod challenge, then we had the cereal challenge.
The person pours milk and cereal into another person's mouth who's usually lying on their back. The first person then takes a spoon and eats the cereal out of their mouth as if it's a bowl.
And now my audience, who claims to be the most intelligent species, who enjoys to carve my kind for their pure enjoyment. In your world, your species has come up with the Benadryl challenge. Teens and children are intentionally overdosing on the over-the-counter antihistamine as part of a social media challenge. A challenge posted on TikTok known as the Benadryl challenge encourages viewers to take large doses of antihistamine to induce hallucinations. The situation has concerned officials at the Food and Drug Administration enough that they issued a warning against the serious problems that can occur if you ingest too much Benadryl.
Large doses of Benadryl can cause seizures and particularly problems with the heart. The heart tends to go out of rhythm and not pump blood effectively.
Cook Children's Medical Center in Fort Worth, Texas issued a warning to parents about the Benadryl challenge after treating 3 teens who overdosed on the drug in May. In August, a 15-year-old reportedly died after doing the Benadryl challenge on the short-form video platform TikTok. I definitely want to point out that it's not funny when anyone dies, but I wanted to spread awareness of what's going on in the teenager world.
An Oklahoma teenager dies as a result of the latest TikTok challenge.
All of these recent challenges are incredibly dangerous.
Human teenagers, children, and some adults, because you might need to be reminded, please do not ingest copious amounts of Benadryl. In fact, don't take Benadryl unless you need it. And if you do, only take the recommended dosage, because stupidity offends me. I know this hashtag is a very heated topic for some of you, but let's just try and keep it civil. What am I kidding? I'm expecting too much. It's Halloween. People, let's just go crazy in that comment section. Let out all your feelings. There's a war going on right now between 2 people, the Black Lives Matter group and the All Lives Matter group on the internet and in real life, but I'll leave all of the current events to people who actually have all the facts instead of speaking out of my pumpkin cheeks. Something I notice is how fast people will unfollow if you post the phrase Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter. Our adorable teddy bear Barney joke friend to the channel and the pumpkin world Obese To Beast posted Black Lives Matter. Unfollowed. We don't unfollow Obese To Beast for this hashtag. If you're gonna unfollow him for anything, unfollow him for wearing those dreadful Crocs. I have seen many people from both sides say unfollow because someone decided on their own page to hashtag either of these hashtags. So of course on any post that hashtags Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter, in this sense we will stick to hashtag Black Lives Matter for example purposes, you always have a few individuals that run in and have to scream, All Lives Matter. Oh shh, you too, facepalm. All lives matter. And I just sit back, sip my human spice chai latte, and crack up at the people fighting over which hashtag they should use. But let's just talk about the phrase. Oh, hold up, just for clarification, because I know you guys are going to go on a rampage in the comment section. I'm not talking about the BLM organization and their website. I'm not talking about rioters, Trump supporters, Trump in itself. I know it's hard for the people who feel passionately about these hashtags not to bring it up, but I'm talking about the phrases. Just the phrases. Because I have seen people who are voting for Trump hashtag Black Lives Matter. And I've noticed that some people aren't even in the organization. They just believe in the phrase Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter. If someone posts either of the two, will you unfollow the person, cancel them out of your internet life, even if they aren't being disrespectful? And I mean this by if it's someone's personal page and they decide to hashtag Black Lives Matter as Obese To Beast did, or if they decided to say All Lives Matter on their personal post, why would I feel the need to jump in and say, no, excuse me, Black Lives Matter, or excuse you, you freaking idiot, All Lives Matter? I always chuckle with this because the Pumpkin Queen has endometriosis, and I would feel quite rude if someone was having a moment to bring awareness to whatever movement they were talking about. Let's just say Hashimoto's disease, and I run in and say, hey, endometriosis awareness, how dare you? It's what they're focused on. I'm not too sure what people are trying to accomplish by running to someone else's profile and screaming at them about what hashtag is appropriate to you. In my opinion, Black lives do matter. I get it. You humans have things in the past that will never go away, and it will never be erased, and people will continue to talk about it as we should. It is part of our history. Every nation has something that they probably aren't too proud of and shows them looking like a whole big jerk. And there are still things that happen today. All lives matter. Yes, and if all lives do matter, then Black lives matter. And if someone posts All Lives Matter, then it covers Black Lives Matter. People want to focus on certain races or ethnicities, have at it. But is it really something to fight about? I don't think I've seen not one person who hops on a page to correct the original poster change their mind in the comment section. Oh no, you're offended because I'm not offended by either? What an odd predicament we are in, aren't we? Can't Michelle just be black or green or pink in peace without people telling her what she's supposed to be offended about? God. But thank you so much for coming to this episode of Does This Offend You? Well, were you offended? Oh, I can't wait to read all the comments. So don't hold back, not that I have to tell you. I know you're flustered and tired from typing so quickly and fighting the good fight in the comment section against people you don't know. So I guess it's time to avenge my species. Brothers, sisters, stand and be proud, for it's our time, for the humans are distracted. Commence the carving ceremony of them, in memory of every pumpkin that was gutted by the hands of a human, for this wretched event they call a holiday. Thank you so much for coming.